Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a seriously high-stakes tech versus tech battle that's unfolding right now, completely behind the scenes in the U.S. staffing industry. Honestly, it's a genuine arms race. On one side, you've got candidates using artificial intelligence to fraudulently alter their credentials, and on the flip side, staffing firms are fighting back with AI-powered forensics. It's fascinating, it's massively impactful, and today we're going to break down exactly how this battlefield is taking shape using the data and insights we have right in front of us. Okay, let's just dive right in with the reality check that really sets the stakes. Document editing is the fastest growing risk in U.S. hiring pipelines. Now, you might be wondering, why is this suddenly blowing up? Well, it all comes down to basic economics and accessibility. Sophisticated AI tools have made it incredibly fast and astoundingly cheap to just, edit a document rather than actually putting in the work to earn the credentials that document represents. People are generating these fake qualifications in literal seconds. And unfortunately, it's the staffing industry that ends up absorbing the massive cost of all this deception.
So, let's officially kick things off with Section 1, the AI fraud problem. Get a load of the staggering data point. 1 in 3 candidates misrepresent their work authorization status. I mean, just think about that volume for a second. Specifically in IT staffing pipelines, green cards and EAD cards, those are employment authorization documents, are the most commonly altered items. And listen, these aren't your sloppy, obvious, high school level fakes. These edits are precise. They're deliberate. They are engineered specifically to pass a human recruiter's standard visual check.
But here's the real kicker, where the reality of those fakes hits home hard. 40 grand. Over $40,000. That is the average cost of just one wrong hire to a staffing firm. We aren't just talking about a recruiter's wasted afternoon here. One unverified, fraudulent placement damages the client relationship, creates immense legal exposure, brings on heavy replacement costs, and can literally wipe out months of hard-earned margin for a firm. The financial stakes of letting a single fake document slip through are absolutely massive.
So, what do we do about it? Let's look at Section 2, the counterweapon. We're talking about a complete paradigm shift here. Just look at the old way versus the new way. Without AI, the average time to detect a document issue using a traditional background check is about 72 hours. The fatal flaw there? By the time that check actually flags a problem, the candidate has already been submitted to the client. Now, enter WackoWave's AI forensic engine, which is actually patent pending, by the way. It runs in just 30 seconds. It's designed to operate before the very first call, catching those subtle visual anomalies before a fake credential ever makes it into your submission pipeline.
But for any counter-weapon to actually get used in the real world, it's got to be effortless. And this is a wonderfully simple workflow. Literally 3 steps. Step 1, verify your official work or university email. Step 2, select the document type. Step 3, upload the document image or PDF. Boom! That's the whole shebang. It removes all the friction for U.S. staffing firms, allowing recruiters to seamlessly drop a super powerful forensic check right into their existing daily routine.
So what exact documents are we targeting here? The engine is specifically trained on the most critical U.S. immigration and identity documents. We're talking the green card, which is the I-551, the H-1B approval notice, the I-797, standard U.S. driver licenses, state IDs, and the EAD card, the I-766. These are the exact documents that, as we saw just a minute ago, are the most frequently targeted for AI manipulation.
All right, moving on to Section 3, 4 clear forensic outputs.
What happens when those 30 seconds are up? The engine structures its data directly into 4 highly actionable outputs. First, an authenticity score from 0 to 100, which calibrates the document against known templates. Second, a definitive risk classification, clear, review, or high risk, and it comes complete with a recommended next step. Third, flagged anomalies, and this is absolutely crucial. It only surfaces high-confidence findings, no false alarms to freak you out. Each anomaly is labeled and described. Finally, you get a full PDF report instantly sent to your inbox, ready to be shared with clients or archived in your CRM. It's structured, it's clear, and it's perfectly tailored for immediate action.
Let's tackle the logistics in Section 4, security and simple pricing.
Okay, first things first, because anytime we deal with sensitive candidate data, everyone's mind immediately goes to privacy. Is the actual document image stored after the check? The answer is a very firm no. Never. The images are processed entirely in memory and discarded instantly after the analysis is done. Only the result metadata, like the score and the risk classification, gets saved. 0 footprint. The actual image never, ever touches a database. Here's another really common, really fantastic question we see. Can this platform just verify the documents against official USCIS records? The answer is no, and here is exactly why. No private platform can do that. USCIS simply does not provide API access to case records for third-party services. And honestly, that reality is precisely why WackoWave's visual forensic anomaly detection is so absolutely critical. If you can't just ping the government database, your visual defense layer has to be completely foolproof to catch those edits.
And another vital compliance question we got to cover. Can I use this as my legal I-9 verification? Again, the answer is clearly no. Actually, let me emphasize that. Federal law dictates that I-9 verification is strictly an employer responsibility. This AI tool is a highly specialized forensic pre-screening measure. It's meant to be used before candidate submission to catch fraud early in the game, not to replace your ultimate federal I-9 compliance process.
So how do firms actually deploy this in the real world? The business model is totally frictionless. It operates on a simple token system where one token equals one document check. There are absolutely no subscriptions, no long-term contracts. Even better, these tokens are universal across all 11 of WackoWave's intelligence modules, like their resume forensics or LinkedIn checks. And the tokens never expire. This makes it incredibly easy for a firm of literally any size, from an independent solo recruiter right up to a massive enterprise, to adopt this tech exactly when they need it.
Which brings us to the absolute mic drop moment. The cost, $1.98. That is the starting rate per check. I want you to think back to the beginning of this explainer. We established that the average cost of a bad hire slipping through your pipeline is over $40,000. Contrasting that monumental $40,000 risk against a simple $2 forensic safeguard, yeah, literal mic drop.
And that leaves us with one final, incredibly provocative thought to wrap up our explainer today. If AI tools can now fabricate a candidate's credential perfectly in mere seconds, can you really afford to run a hiring pipeline that takes days to verify it? The arms race is here, folks. The fraud is getting faster, and your defenses absolutely have to keep up. I really hope this deep dive gave you a powerful new perspective on how technology is totally reshaping the front lines of staffing and recruitment. Thank you so much for joining me to explore this. Keep questioning, keep learning, and I'll see you next time.